Hi, this is Pam, Flower Patch Farmhouse, and today I'm going to share with you how I propagate Christmas cactus. This is a nearly fail-proof way to successfully root Christmas or Thanksgiving cactus cuttings, and then you will end up with a beautiful plant like this in no time. So let's get started. Well, here is the cactus. This was actually a Thanksgiving cactus, but we'll call it Christmas cactus because the technique is the same for both, that I'm going to take cuttings from. So you see how this one's real long and hanging down. That's really pretty when it's in bloom, but these are a perfect spot to take cuttings from. Now here is where it meets with this one. You will notice that as this comes off, it Ys. And this is a good spot to take the cuttings from, right here, these 2 points, because then next year those 2 spots will bloom and you'll have 2 coming off of this stem. So I'm going to do that right now, and what I do is I use my thumbnail and I just kind of pinch, you see it off there. And you see it has that little node on it. And then I put it in, this is a glass of water that has stones in it. And then I have water up to the stone line. And then I just put my cutting right in there on top of the stones. Usually I don't want it very much in the water. I just want the water barely touching it. It's got a little too much water in it. I'll pour some off later. The humidity, even when the water goes below the rocks, some of the top rocks, there's enough humidity in here that this will go ahead and root without rotting. A lot of times when you put it in soil, there's a problem with rotting. Now I haven't tried it in perlite. I should try a jar with perlite. I think I have another jar in here. Maybe I will. Also, I just wanted to tell you that you see this butterfly on a lavender painting on this jar. I have a course, a workshop on how to paint a butterfly, a monarch butterfly, on lavender in my shop over at PamelaGropey.com. Just go to the menu bar and look under workshops, and you will find that class that you can paint a glass for yourself. So now I'm going to take this other cutting and I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to pinch it off, a little twist, and there you have your cutting. I wanted to let you know the best time, it is said, to take cuttings is after it's done blooming. I wanted to give you a head start on your Christmas cactus or Thanksgiving cactus propagation, so you can keep this in mind when yours is done blooming. If you buy a new one this holiday season for your home, wait till it's done blooming, and then you can do this to make more. In this pot, I have 3 cuttings that I rooted. I don't know if I did this one last year. Probably did this one last year. And when I cut these off, this is where the blooms will have developed. In fact, there's a little bud right there. I have had them go ahead and bloom in the jar as cuttings. So even though you're taking them now, you're still going to get blooms from that. I won't get them from this place where I took them off because it hasn't had a chance to develop blooms there. But since I'm going to get them in the jar, it's not a big sacrifice. Now here's another one I could take it from, but to get the 3 lobes, which is ideal, I would only have 1 left end. So I can take it as 2 lobes, which they do root. They're just not as hardy as when you have more than 2 lobes. And a lobe, I mean, is 1, 2, 3. Each one of these are a leaf or a lobe or a section, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I can wait till after probably the end of winter, the early spring. It will have put on new growth, and I can use that as cutting material next time. So this one is pretty much all I'm going to take from it. I don't have this one marked, so I don't know what color it is. A lot of them, when I take a cutting and I know the color, I'll write right on it which color, or if I put all one color in a pot, I'll write it on the pot. And that way I know, even when it's not in bloom, what color I have. So that is how you take or propagate cuttings from your Christmas cactus or Thanksgiving cactus. And now I'm going to share a picture of what the roots look like when they're ready to be potted up. And that, my friends, is how I propagate my Christmas and Thanksgiving cactus. And if you want to see how I pot them up once they've rooted, I will put the link up in the corner of the screen here and in the description box below. And you can go right to that video and see what I do. It's super simple, no rocket science, and anybody can do it. But I thought I'd share how I do it anyways. And I wish you happy propagating and lots of plants. I'll see you in the next video.